Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Stories with Sunny here on another Friday from live from quarantine, I guess. How's the weather where you guys are today? It's nice and bright and sunny here, but it's very cold outside. We had a lot of snow over the last few days. Hopefully wherever you're watching from is a little bit warmer than we are at the moment. Adjust a little bit. Yeah. So what was everybody up to? Did anybody watch the Disney sing-along? Hi, Mike. Did anybody watch the Disney sing-along that was on TV last night? It was a lot of fun. We watched it in our house. We sang and danced all over our living room and had a really good time. Hi, Becky. Does anybody want to tell me what their favorite Disney movie is? Daisy was really excited. Her favorite Disney movie is Frozen, and she also really likes The Little Mermaid. And they sang songs from both of those last night. So she was pretty excited about that. Hey, Phil. If Phil's on, hopefully that means Miss Claire's watching. Hi, Miss Claire. How you doing? I'm going to find you a unicorn book for next week. Okay. Well, what do you think? Should we get started? Should we read a couple books? Okay. Everybody turn your ears on for me. Get those ears turned on. Beautiful. Hey, Polly. How's it going? Our very first book this week, we're not going to use our hands just yet. I'm not going to teach you a sign for this one. It is for my friends up in LaBarge and Big Piney and Marbleton. Hey, Katie, how's it going? How are the girls? Hi, Claire. For those of you who don't know, I used to live up in Marbleton, and I worked in a library in LaBarge. And I've got some friends up there who are having a little bit of a rough time this week. They lost somebody pretty special to them. So I thought since I can't go up there and be with them, I'd read a book for them. And this one, if you guys can see my little turtle behind me, it's called Always Remember. So here we go. Let's get it so where you can see the pictures. In the end, on his very last day, Old Turtle swam his last swim and took his last breath. With his life complete, the gentle waves took him away. By dawn, everyone who knew Old Turtle knew he was gone. The turtles playing in the reef remembered how he taught them to swim. Old Turtle had been a good teacher. And the turtles would always remember. The broad-backed humpback whale remembered how Old Turtle swam alongside her and kept her company when she became separated from her pod. Old Turtle had been a good friend. And the whale would always remember. The sea otters remember how Old Turtle used to dive and play with them and make them laugh. Old Turtle had loved to have fun. And the otters would always remember. The dolphins remembered how Old Turtle was curious about the unknown and bravely swam far out to sea. Old Turtle explored the darkest of the waters and discovered glittery jewels to show his friends. And the dolphins would always remember. Once, a terrible storm tossed and turned the ocean for 3 long days and nights. A starfish was torn from her rock and swept away. When the waves became calm again, Old Turtle looked for her and found her and carried her home. And the starfish would always remember. When Old Turtle found a manatee tangled in a fishing net, he snipped and pulled and would not stop until the manatee was free. The manatee told the story to his children, and they told the story to their children. Old Turtle would never be forgotten. Once upon a time, there was an old turtle. He was a wonderful teacher and friend. He loved to laugh and have fun. He explored the unknown and discovered great things. He showed kindness and strength. He made the world a better place. And when he was done, the ocean took him back. But what he left behind was only the beginning. So, to all my friends a little bit up north from Rock Springs where I am, you have my heart. I hope everybody's doing okay, and we're definitely thinking about you. All right, now it's time to use our fingers. So let's get them warmed up a little bit. I want you to take that very first one right on the side of your nose and just back and forth a little bit, just on the tip of your nose. That's how we say mouse in American Sign Language. Then I want you to take your plate, and I want you to take your cookie cutter, and I want you to cut out a cookie. Because our next book is called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. And this is for my friend Susan. She's over in Green River. I think she's at work today, so hopefully and I see that she's watching, so hopefully she enjoys her book. If you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in the mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks into the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim, so he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. Here's a little PSA from your friendly neighborhood librarian. I know that we're all in quarantine. Do not cut your own hair. Definitely don't cut your own hair with your mom's manicure scissors, okay? When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room of the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for a paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. Where does the picture go after you draw it, guys? When the picture is finished, he'll want you to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want you to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So, he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. Thank you, Miss Susan, for that. I see that our friend Cookie is watching too. So even though he didn't ask for that book, it's kind of for him as well. Okay, our last book today. I want everybody to take one of their hands up like this and take 4 fingers on the other hand and do this. That's how we say cactus. And we're going to read this one because Create with Constance next Thursday, she is going to teach us how to draw a cactus in a directed drawing. So I thought maybe I'd read you the book that she's drawing her inspiration from. It's called Nobody Hugs a Cactus. Would you guys like to hug a cactus? I don't know that I would. Okay. This is Hank. He's one of my favorite characters right now in children's literature. Hank lived in a pot. The pot sat in a window. The window looked out at the empty desert. It was hot, dry, peaceful, and quiet, just the way Hank liked it. But every now and then, somebody would interrupt Hank's peace and quiet. "Hi, Hank," Rosie the tumbleweed called out. "Isn't it a beautiful day?" Hank ignored her. He just wanted to be left alone. "Okay, so long," said Rosie cheerfully, and she tumbled away. And Hank was happy again. But just as he was beginning to relax, "Hello!" shouted a tortoise. Private property, yelled Hank. Keep out. The tortoise was so frightened, he hid in his shell. Hank was still yelling at the tortoise when a jackrabbit dashed by. Hiya, Prickles, she shouted. My name isn't Prickles, Hank yelled back. And stay off my yard. Tumbleweeds, tortoises, jackrabbits, what's next? Asked Hank. A coyote came loping by. No dogs allowed, Hank yelled. I'm not a dog, said the coyote, and you are as prickly on the inside as you are on the outside. Before Hank could yell back at the coyote, a cowboy strode past. Keep off the grass, shouted Hank. What grass? Said the cowboy. Seems to me somebody needs a hug. Too bad nobody hugs a cactus. Hi, said a lizard. Who invited you? Said Hank. And just in case you're wondering, I don't want a hug. That's good, said the lizard, because I don't want to give you one. Then he skittered away. An owl landed on the roof. If you're looking for a hug, said Hank, well, I guess I could give you one. Who, me? Said the owl. You must be joking. And for the first time, Hank began to feel a little bit lonely. The next morning, Hank was feeling more sad on the inside than prickly. Maybe a hug wouldn't be so bad after all. The wind began to pick up. An old cup blew by and stuck to Hank's face. His arms were too short to get it off. Great, said Hank. After a while, Rosie came bouncing by. I'll get it off you, Hank, she shouted, and jumped up to knock the cup off Hank's face. Then she tumbled away. Hank didn't have time to thank Rosie. He felt bad about all the other times he had been so rude to her. So he came up with a plan. Hank decided to grow the best flower he could and then give it to Rosie as a thank you gift. It took days, but finally it was ready. He couldn't wait for Rosie to pass by again. When at last she finally did come bouncing back, Hank held out the flower. Look, Rosie, he said, I grew it just for you. Rosie was so surprised she jumped up and gave Hank a great big hug. It felt so nice, Hank didn't want to let go. And as things turned out, well, he couldn't. Rosie and Hank had become stuck together. But they didn't care. After all, it's better to be stuck in a hug than stuck all alone. Okay, so make sure, everybody, that you tune in next Thursday. I see Constance is on here. She is the one who's going to be giving us our directed drawing of Hank, so everybody can learn how to draw a cactus. All right. Hi, Becky. Hey, Kayla. How's it going? Is Miss Elizabeth watching? Hey, Miss Elizabeth. I'm still working on finding a good animal sounds book for you. Okay, so that's all we've got for today. I want to remind everybody next Monday to definitely tune in. Miss Becky will be doing toddler time at 10:30. Next Wednesday, Miss Becky will be doing a story time at 10:30 right here on Facebook Live. Erin is going to be around this afternoon and every afternoon next week at 2, reading a really fun book to us. Make sure you tune in for that. I've already told you about Miss Constance. Definitely make sure you're here on Thursday to learn how to draw a cactus, and I will see you back here again on Friday. So, love and miss everybody out there. Stay safe, wash your hands, and yeah, we'll see you on the other side. Bye, guys.